opportunity comes, you may not see it. Because the past will blindfold you. The past will not make you to see the bright light of the future. That is part of what it affects. Then thirdly, it causes emotional stress, which in turn can suppress your immune system. This is where I want to emphasize more. The past mistake that we dwell on, bring a lot of tension on us, emotional stress. When we are stressed emotionally, it affects our immune system. And once our immune system is affected, diseases, any kinds of sicknesses can easily penetrate into the body. Because the past only make you to shed tears. The past only make you to regrets. The past only gives you guilty consciences, and you keep accusing yourself. Either you caused it or you don't cause it, but just because you do not allow the past to go, it affects. And when it affects, what do you want to do? Your emotions will be drained. You'll be filled with anxiety. And when you are filled with anxiety, what next? Your immune system becomes weak. You become paralyzed. And you become physically sick. So, I recapitulate again. One of the first adverse effects, negative effect of thinking about the past, one is stagnation. Second is setback. Third is emotional stress, which in turn suppresses our immune system. And of course, you know that our immune system fights a lot of germs, any external forces that want to come in. But once this is weakened, this our negative thinking, it affects. Negative thinking has never solved any problem. Let me even ask you, ever since you've been worried about the past, what has actually been your gain? Can you listen to me very well? If you're in the car, in the street, in the marketplace, in your offices, at home, anywhere you are listening to me now, ask yourself, ever since I have been thinking about my past, what has actually been my gain? What has been the positive gain? Nothing. Rather, it means to shed tears. You cry. It makes you become panicking about the future. It blindfolds you. Then what have you gained? So, my dear, listen to me very well. Thinking about the past mistakes, dwelling on them will not take you anywhere. Rather, it brings setback to you. If opportunity comes, you may not be able to see the opportunity coming. Rather, the mistakes of the past will create fear and tension in you and anxiety that will make you to forgo the fortune of the future. Number 4, it creates perpetual fear. You'll be afraid of moving on. You'll be afraid of embarking on new tasks. You'll be afraid of doing things new because you'll be over-conscious of not making the mistake you have done in the past. And what gain will it be? And of course, you should know that mistake is part of life. No one can do without mistake. Can you point to one person in this world that has never made one mistake or the other? Nobody is above mistake except God. God is the only perfect being. Every other person born of a woman is not perfect. In our imperfection, we strive to become perfect. And we can only become perfect if and only if we try as much as we can to do what? To let go the past. When a driver is driving a car, I keep repeating this regularly. When a driver is driving a car, does he look back? He will have accident. And if accident should come up, what will be the gain? So, if you deal with the past, you live in perpetual fear. And if you live in perpetual fear, there's no way you can progress. A fearful person is a failure. Unless you try as much as you can to come out of it. Then number 5, anxiety. You feel with anxiety, become nervous. And when you become nervous, what can it be? Like I said, perhaps when I was in the university, I was rusticated, I could not graduate, and end up becoming maybe a gate man, a laborer somewhere, or end up becoming a trader. Many a job that was not part of my initial dream, where I want to be. Every night I blame myself. And if I keep blaming myself, for how long? My lifespan will be reducing. Because when ill health is setting in, certainly it affects lifespan. And if our lifespan is affected, what is the gain? And moreover, when you are full of anxiety, you become very aggressive. You feel with anger and rage. If because I was educated from the university and I could not come out of it, that what has gone. Let me move on. You remain stagnant, setback, no progress, emotionally drained, and your immune system is already paralyzed. Fear is created in you, and of course, anxiety. So, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, listen to me at home. I beg of us, please, let us work on ourselves. Let us work on ourselves. Let's go the past. I know it's not easy. I sharing with you today does not say, I'm not saying that it is on a bed of roses that it's very easy. No, it is not easy, but it is possible. Let me let you know that the devil is roaring around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. And I must be sincere with you, the devil does not want us to succeed in life. He is the arch enemy of God. And in that regard, he goes about to poison human's mind of their past mistake. Why is it that whenever you are alone, what flashes into your mind first is your past mistake? Why? Have you ever asked yourself? Why is that whenever you are alone in the bed, on your bed, in your sitting room, anywhere at all, what comes to your mind first is the past mistake, and you keep crying? And that is what I call psychological bondage, mental bondage. Maybe you need to come out of it. You need to come out of it. And number 6, it imprisons you in your future. It imprisons you against your future, It imprisons you against your future. Of course, somebody in a prison can never see the light of the day. When you are in prison, you can't see the light of the day. And when you don't see the light of the day, of what use, of what benefit is it? So, this 6 points today, we shall stop here. So we can entertain some calls. Because last week, we had the issue of network. We could not entertain much calls. So today, I hope that our network will work very well. So we can have your opinion at home, your questions, we can attend to them. Don't worry. Just keep tuning in between 12:30 and 1 p.m. every Thursday. Then we shall be taking the lecture one after the other. We shall be discussing also how to overcome the conflict of the past. Later we'll now move on to the conflict of the present and conflict of the future. We will now go to that one. So the number to call is 081 27 84 8507. I call again 081 27 84 8507 or 070 81 29 6335. I call again 070 81 29 6335. I'm waiting for your call. Please, you can share with us so people can learn from you also. Are you able to overcome your past? If you have overcome your past, thank God. But most are living with their past, dwelling on their past, and it has affected their state of life today. Many times you go to church, Lord, I don't want to remain poor in life. Lord, cancel my poverty. Lord, cancel my poverty. I pray in Jesus' name, cancel my poverty. My dear, I'm a reverend father, I'm a Catholic priest. Poverty will remain with you as a person if you dwell on your past. Have you observed that at times when you are dwelling on your past, you might end up spending like 3-4 hours without you knowing, dwelling on your past. But if you want to think about your future, you might be thinking that time is going. So, dwelling on the past takes much time from us, and when our time is being taken away with dwelling on the past mistake, how do you now plan for the future? How do you make progress? So if you can share with us some of us that have overcome our past and how our past has dealt with us, let us share together. And the number to call again is 07081296335 or 08127848507. We'll be waiting for your call. So as I'm waiting for call to come in so that we can share together, come and share with us some of us that have overcome our past, how we're able to overcome our past. And those of us that are done with our past, if you are confused, kindly place your call across and ask your question. I will recapitulate again the 6 points we listed today. You remain stagnant when you think about the past mistake you've made. You have setback, emotional stress, which in turn can suppress your immune system. Once your immune system is suppressed, you become physically sick. Perpetual fear. Don't live in bondage. Free yourself. Free yourself and become a free person. And don't live in anxiety. Don't live in anxiety. Please, 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 please. Don't live in anxiety. And if you are living in fear, you make more mistakes. If you are full of anxiety, you make more mistakes. So, for you to avoid repeating the mistake of the past, because the mistake many of us do is this: we feel dwelling on the past will help us or will do something good for us. Rather, we make more costly mistakes than before. So the best thing is pick a lesson from the past. What was my past experience? Pick the experience, the lesson you learned from the past mistake, and move on. When you move on, you see yourself climbing the ladder of success. You see yourself climbing the ladder of progress. You see yourself succeeding. There's nobody without past. And yet, or still, all of us have a future. So the number to call again is 081 27 848507 or 070 81296335. Thank you very much and God bless you. And while we are waiting for calls to come in, I want to chip in some things. Don't be a negative-minded person. Then on the past, we make it to become a negative-minded person. These are some of the traits of those who live in the past. They become negative-minded. They are afraid of everything around them. They become skeptical. They even doubt their existence. And they end up blaming themselves, blaming God, blaming the society for the mistake they made in the past. But I want to beg us today, please, let go the past and move on. These are some of the traits. If you see people or somebody who condemns practically everything. Nothing is good. He tends to be a perfectionist. He tends to be a perfect person. No one is good except him. I once met somebody in my life whereby when you stay with this guy will condemn the whole world before you. Every human being is condemned. He doesn't believe that anyone is good. And I understand this kind of a person. I was able to understand as much as I can because this person was living with the pain of the past. And people like this, they gossip a lot. They are experts in gossiping. They malign, they blackmail. When you see people that malign, blackmail, gossip, and condemn practically everything, know that such persons are living with the past and perhaps they have one difficulties or the other. They have one problem or the other. So they need to be helped anyway. So you can always reach out to them, please, advise them or introduce them to a counselor that can counsel them so they can learn how to forget the past. Because the past haunts a lot. It will haunt many people. Many are poor today as a result of holding on to the past. Because when opportunity comes, they will not see it. When opportunity comes, they will not see it. So conflicts need to be dealt with caution and don't dwell on your mistake. You can't avoid conflict. You can never avoid anything that will disrupt you. You cannot. It's just part of life. Problems are always there. We walk around without anticipating problem. And when it comes, should the problem swallow us? No. We need to solve the problem. We need to solve the problem. So the number to call again is 081 2784 8507. 081 2784 8507 or 07081296335. 07081296335. You can also call this number 08079961596. 08007996156. We have 3 numbers online. Feel free to call. You can make a contribution. You can tell us how you overcome yours. For those of us that have overcome our difficult, miss a number now. Sorry, caller. You can call again, please. I don't know, maybe network is still the problem. You can call again. I don't know why network is the problem. So, if you are listening, please take note of all those things that we are saying. It's very, very important. It's a life-changing program. Your life will never remain the same again. Miracle happens, not only in the church. Miracle can happen in your home. It can happen on the street. It can happen anywhere. God cannot be limited. Okay? God cannot be limited. Do your part. Play your part and let God take control of everything. Don't dwell with the mistakes of your past. Allow the conflict of the past to go. Dwell with the present. Because each day has its own problem. And if each day has its own problem, then you should be able to know that allowing the past mistake to affect the present mistake will become more complicated for you to solve in the future. So thank you very much. Since there is nobody to call in, then we appreciate you for listening. God bless you as you pay attention to us. And we hopefully that by next week we shall come again and continue from where we stop, still emphasizing on overcoming the conflict of the past. Next week we shall be talking about how the past conflicts causes insecurity in one's life. Do you know that many that are insecure today, many of them live with the past. And insecurity is so much. I'm not talking about national insecurity. No. I'm not emphasizing on national insecurity or societal insecurity. I'm talking of individual insecurity of the future, the fear of the unknown. How will my future look like? You ask yourself these questions. How will it look like? So those are the things that I'm talking about. The best is to work on oneself, self-awareness. Try to understand who you are, what you can do, and what you cannot do. Your strengths and your weaknesses. That's self-awareness. By next week, by God's grace, we shall dwell more on the many parts of the conflict of the past, how it affects our future. So until then, I say thank you very much and God bless you. Bye. I remain your friend and brother, Reverend Father Shegun Oladeji. See you next week. Thank you and God bless.